So who wants to wait for 40 to 50 years before they will be doing financial well? I personally don't, and I do think that's the same reason why many stumble into crypto, because that's the place to get rich fast, right? There are multiple projects doing 10x, 100x, or even 1000x, so you can just throw a couple thousand there, repeat that couple of times, and you are basically set for life. This was literally my game plan coming to crypto about 4 years ago, but about half a year into my journey, I started to realize that this was a little bit more harder than I expected. The hardest thing wasn't getting the crypto project early. The hardest thing was getting the great crypto projects early that would later on turn out to do well. Back then it was, and still this day, incredibly hard to tell which crypto projects will take off and when. I did manage to catch a few 2x or 5x crypto projects, if I do remember right, which was still really great considering it was my first year of my crypto journey. But that was about it, and it was between 2020 and 2021, so the crazy crypto bull markets, and I would say that most of the gains or 2x, 3x or 5x projects that I did manage to catch, it was caused by the crazy bull markets, not the fact that I was a great investor. And at the end of the day, those returns like dollar and euro wise didn't turn out into anything meaningful because I couldn't put much money into them back then. But yeah, about 6 or 7 months into my crypto journey, I started to slowly realize the performance of many of the crypto projects were heavily dependent on what the Bitcoin does. And again, whether Bitcoin goes up or down, it was, and still this day, heavily dependent on what the S&P 500 is doing or what's the sentiment in the overall macro environment. And these are things we can't influence or control in any way. And also around the same time, I would say 3 or 4 months after, I started to also notice that most of crypto is actually more of those so-called boring gains. So they are not those 10x, 100x or 1000x things as many like to believe. Now these might and do happen often couple times a year when the narrative changes, and of course if the macro environment is good. Other than that, 96% of crypto is more of those so-called boring gains. Because it takes a shit ton of time for all these crypto companies to build great products and then attract users and attention into the crypto project and its coin price. Those 10x, 100x things that many are after, including myself when I came into crypto, they are really hard to catch and be early on them without any insider info, and more importantly, ride the whole move, because what any sane person would do is take profits at like 3x or 5x. Another thing I've noticed that if crypto is actually more of those so-called boring gains, we do need a quite large portfolio for the returns to turn into anything meaningful and start having impact in our lives. For example, let's say you have like 10k portfolio and you get like 40% return on it on the first year, which is still really fucking good and hard to repeat for multiple years. That's like 4k in profits and wouldn't probably impact your life that much, right? On the other hand, let's say you have 1 million portfolio and you get a 15% return, so 1.5. That would turn out to be like 150k in profits, which would probably impact your lives. But yeah, obviously to build that kind of portfolio considerably fast, we do need a high income. So to be able to put multiple thousands or even tens of thousands a month to investments, put like a few $100s a month to our investments, it's gonna take that 40 to 50 years before we'll be doing financially well. This is why I have noticed that building a business or acquiring a high income job is a really big portion of doing well in crypto. And if you look at some of the top crypto influencers like Alex Becker, Elliot Trades, Miles Deutscher, Hustlepedia, this is exactly what they do. And I would bet that they do spend most of the time on their business side of things, not crypto. And also I would bet that this is where they have and will keep making most of the money on. This is also a common theme I noticed by being part of a few crypto masterminds and observing some of the guys and girls that were doing really well. Business or their high income job was and still is the thing that they do spend most of the time on, because that is something they can fully control. The more and bigger problems you solve, the more you often get paid. Talking about crypto is just a way for them to have some fun and of course multiply some of the earnings. And for some, that's even their business. Yeah, I have nothing else to add. Hope you found this quick video valuable, and let's go from here. Bye.